to fall off. I guess like on the shuttle, they expected some tiles to come off, but I guess
right?
it all just came off and it just disintegrated, going Mach
W-
20,
Wow, 20 times the speed of sound.
20 times the speed of sound. And I guess this is like a planned. It's going to be a manned aircraft, and the flight
Oh,
time from New York to Los Angeles is 12 minutes.
oh, wow.
I don't.
Now,
That thing has got to take a ton of fuel.
now here's yeah, that is well, you know what? Probably once
That's
you
a,
get
that's a time
that's
bomb.
probably
That's what that is.
right. That's probably one of those low orbit.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it goes up. It shoots right up and then it comes right back down. It's like a
Right, but
rocket.
see,
Yeah.
but does that now see? Does it actually go that fast? If you go up and break the orbit, the rotation of the Earth, the speed of the rotation of the Earth, actually takes over at that point in time, doesn't it? I mean, since you're out of the gravitational field,
Well, I don't
somewhat.
think they're gonna get out of the gravitational field. They're not gonna go up that high, but they're gonna go.
But you know what I'm saying, right? I
Yeah.
mean, the rotation of the Earth aids it at some point in time, right? I mean, the Earth rotates pretty quick, you know,
Yeah. The Earth's going. I think it's about 1,000 miles an hour.
right?
And well, I don't know. It would be silly to do any calculations because we have no idea what we're talking about.
Right, exactly.
But it just
Well,
seems
that
like you get up to speed and you better slow down or you're gonna pass Los Angeles and be back in New York again.
yeah, yeah. You got. I mean, you get up to speed and you're over Kansas City, and then you got to start slowing down.
Yeah,
You know.
that's man, that's
So,
just
so,
nuts.
it can so it can come down. That's ridiculous. Well, that's the crazy thing. I always heard like the SR-71, the Blackbird,
Right.
right? They said that it leaked a lot of oil when it was on the ground because
Oh,
as
all
it
the seals expanded and everything. Yeah.
right, right. But when after it'd fly, the everything would be they would be going so fast and so much speed and so much so much
Heat. Yeah.
friction, heat and everything. You would get micro welds
Oh man.
on the and the skin of
Oh
the
great, the flaps welded themselves again.
no no but this they said the skin of the craft was better every time it landed than when it took off, you know.
Oh, that's
It would
that's just scary going that fast and something that's
uh,
made with metal that's like aluminum foil thick and it's
right
just
anything
nuts.
yeah anything that man that goes that fast it's just
Yeah, because
you
if
know
I mean, you can't even eject. You eject and you're just gonna be ripped apart. So there's nothing you could do.
right and that's another thing that there's in the right stuff. I mean ejecting, I mean they were like 50-50, you know.
Oh yeah,
Might
they
have a better might have
basically
a
had a
better
charge
chance
of
of
TNT under their seat and just hope your chute opens and hope you don't get blown up in the process.
right. Hope you don't. I guess a lot of the times you get shot through the canopy or hit
Yeah,
the canopy when you're going out. You
yeah.
like Goose did in
That's what happened to Goose. Yeah.
Top Gun. That's what happened to Goose. Sometimes you get just all sorts of crazy stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's back in the day. Those guys. So the whole concept was the right stuff, right?
Hmm.
They never really spoke of it. You know, is it courage? Is it crazy? Is it or is it a
Well,
mixture
yeah, it's
of
just certain. It's like guts and intelligence, and it's like everything. There's so much you need to have that.
right? There's nothing really definable. You know,
Yeah,
there's
it's just like
that's why
everything. You got to be
it's
like
it
the man.
right exactly. You got to be like.
So when are you heading down to NASA?
But that's originally why I went to dive school, to commercial dive school. Well, number one, because they wouldn't let me do it in the Navy, and because I'd
Huh.
apply for, on a surface ship it's harder than on a submarine to get a dive billet.
Hmm.
You know, as I understand, all you guys had to do was request, right, and pass a
Pretty
minimal.
much, yeah. Yeah.
So
If you want it, you can have it.
right, on a surface ship, there is usually taken. Those billets were taken by 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 the conventional machinist mates, but and every time I had input for it, they'd say, "Chiquito, your job is on the boat, not under the boat." So I'd be like, "Okay." And
You
every
probably had a
server,
lot of other issues they didn't want to make you a diver for.
no, I would think they would have been happy to get a break
Just get
from
rid
me.
of you, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
maybe you'd go there and drown or something.
good old
But
days.
so actually, after I got out, I was working and I saved some money to go to school, and I went to commercial dive school in Houston, Texas, and originally that's where I wanted to actually go work at the wet lab at the zero G lab,
The giant swimming pool.
Yep, and I wanted to do that, and actually we went down there and worked with some of the the flight surgeons down there. We talked a lot about decompression and how actually you can get altitude sickness,
Mm-hmm.
and which is actually just reverse decompression
Right. Right.
sickness. And we just talked to those guys, and we did a lot of work with the University of Texas Medical Branch and their decompression chambers and some stuff like that. And those guys, the flight surgeon, they were like, "Dude, you don't want to do this." He said, "This is scuba divers. These guys, number one, they don't make much money. Number two, it's you guys are far too well trained to do this." So,
But it's fun.
oh yeah, exactly. You get to hang out with
Yeah.
astronauts,
Astronaut
and
suits.
yeah. So, and it ended up not doing that. But that was actually my original intention, was to get somehow involved in NASA. Even if it is just a little portion, which is kind of funny because you ever see the Chinese said that they sent some astronauts into space? You ever see that? Did
Yeah,
you
I
know
think
that?
I did hear something about that. I don't know if
But it
they
was a
had.
fake. It was
Was
a
it a
big
fake?
hoax.
I didn't know if they had proof or.
No, well, they all the video
Mm-hmm.
was all hoaxed,
Was it?
and you could see bubbles.
Oh.
Yeah, so they must have filmed it in their own a wet lab.
It seems like they'd have the technology to send somebody up into space. I mean, they got missiles that can
Well, I think
put
they
up
usually
satellites
do
and
it
everything.
I think when they do that, they do it forcibly.
Yeah, I'd do it. I think.
Yeah.
Well, if you had the opportunity to go into space, and they say, "Well, there's a chance you're not going to make it back. This isn't a very reliable one. It's never been tested."
This
Would you
is
do it?
what, the third world country?
I wouldn't
If
really
you
call
had, let's say
China
you
a
had,
third world anymore.
well, what if you had North Korea
North
sending you to
Korea,
outer
they
space?
seem kind of crazy. I don't know.
Because whether you came back or not, they'd celebrate
But I'd
your
really like to go.
success.
Did you ever see that movie, The Astronaut Farmer?
No, I have that at home,
Oh,
but
you
I've
gotta
never
watch
watched
that.
it.
Oh, you gotta watch it. The guy sent himself into space. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Built his own rocket and orbited the Earth. It was amazing.
That would be scary.
It's scary
I mean,
but awesome.
especially scary, awesome, especially Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, and he had his kids were his ground control. He's like the kids are tracking him on radio and everything. I'm like, I mean,
I,
because nobody would help him. They just wanted to shut him down. So
oh yeah, they claim it was illegal to orbit this
I
orbit.
don't know what he made it though, and then he was on the Leno show, so it's good to go. I'm gonna have to watch that again because that
That's
was such a good movie.
that's not a real, not real.
No, he didn't really die. Billy Bob Thornton never orbited the Earth.
He did not orbit there.
They used some sort of camera trickery to make it look like he was.
The cool thing about being in Las Vegas is that all you do, you can look around, like, and there's all the mountains that are surround it.
Right.
It's quite a scenic.
Is there still snow in the mountains?
Nah,
No, it's all gone. Is it hot as tarnation out there?
tarnation. It's about 90 degrees during the day, but yeah, obviously there's no humidity, so it's
Yeah,
not bad.
It's about 90 degrees here, so yeah, that probably
Yeah.
isn't too bad. And my air conditioning, I think, it feels like it's blowing right now, but last night it was really hot up here,
Uh
and
huh.
I went up to the attic to check the air conditioning because it just wasn't blowing cold air or anything, and the Freon line was
Right.
it's wrapped in insulation, but right before it goes into the big box up there's a little bit that's exposed basically. And it's all covered with ice. I'm like, oh, jeez. So something's not right. And then I went out this morning or this afternoon, out to the outside of the fan and everything, and the line out there that wasn't wrapped. That little area that's not wrapped was all covered with ice. So I shut it down.
Yeah.
And hopefully let it melt and started it up again today and tonight. And it feels like it's blowing, but I think we got a low freon charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you just guessing that? Are you just saying
Well,
that?
I figured it was working before, so nobody put more freon in, so it's not too much freon, so it must be too little. Now, I think that's one of the symptoms of icing over is low freon charge. So, as I recall, if it works anything like the 150-ton units we used on the submarine, it's low freon.
Right.
But who knows? I'll get a professional in here.
Really? Not just you looking at it and guessing?
Well, I guessed, but I wasn't going to do anything to it. I'm not going to. It's still under warranty, so
Oh, well, hell yeah, then.
yeah, I'm just gonna. But it gets really hot in here. well, especially when we're doing the show, because I closed the door because otherwise we're gonna have Jack in here and the cats and everybody and their mother coming in here to talk or whatever they need to do. So keep the door locked so nobody comes in.
Yeah, just sit still.
My studio, but I think they're gonna be in. I think we're gonna have the kids in studio with us May 16th for the Candyman.
Oh,
David
right.
Klein
Okay.
when we do our jelly bean taste test.
Right.
The new David's Beyond Gourmet jelly beans.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch that movie too.
Yeah, you should watch that. It's a great movie. And I just heard from his promoter, I guess it is today, again to confirm the show. So that'll be good. And then coming up the week after, Diamond Dallas Page, the wrestler, and the what do you call that thing that he does now? The yoga thing. So we'll be talking about that, and we get a bunch of other guests lined up. We get someone that's an expert on the Kennedy assassination, Lenny. So
that's awesome.
you can butt heads with them, and
maybe
you two will be butting heads with me.
We'll join forces against you.
Yes. And we got a comedian coming up. In fact, the comedian that's coming on, I'm gonna be maybe seeing here. He's gonna be playing in Columbia. I'm gonna go catch a show of his this week, possibly.
Oh.
It's dependent on some other things we have scheduled as to whether or not they work out. So I don't want to give that away just yet.
Okay. That sounds good.
The comedian is coming on, and a lot of authors. The submarine movie I screened yesterday. It's called Submariner. Submariner, documentary about submariners.
Right. So you can really get into that. I mean, what was the angle?
It was about basically about the guys, that manned submarines. It was more, a lot of the documentaries are about like the machinery itself and the weaponry and that kind of stuff.
So is it? So you're saying it's like a submarine right stuff kind of thing?
It's about the people. Yeah, it's kind of about the people and what they go through and kind of their stories.
Yeah, they talk about Nuke School.
They talked about Nuke School a little bit. They talked about the most of it is kind of strange. It was a different. It was older guys, so it was guys that were the diesel boats, and then the early nuclear boats, like guys off the Nautilus.
Oh wow!
And there's a lot of stuff on there. I'm not sure it should have been on there. Stories they told, and I don't know where he got it and what some of the stuff they were talking about. I'm not sure they were supposed to be talking about it. But that was that's Tony Rollo. He produced that, and he'll be on sometime in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna have him on. We don't have a date set yet.
All right, cool.
And then of course, like I said, the comedian Brian Shirley. You can check him out on YouTube. He's a funny guy. He'll be playing here in Columbia on Saturday.
He make you laugh?
He did make me laugh. He's a funny guy. So he's invited me down to the show on Saturday night, and we're just working out some other things to see if we can get to that or not. So that should be some good stuff. So what's left with the plans for Vegas? We just hitting the tables or catch some shows?
Probably doing that. Just we're rolling out. We're flying out tomorrow at midnight.
Okay.
Heading back home.
Coming back through Charlotte, or?
Yeah, actually, yeah. This time, so we didn't go through Charlotte. We actually went. Since we missed it, they were able to book us right away, which is for no extra money.
Like 800 flights going to Vegas every day. So.
I mean, well, yeah, but they're all like crazy expensive for some reason right now.
Oh, wow.
Well, the weird thing is that we were there on time, and we only had carry-on stuff.
Seems easy enough.
But I didn't check in the night before.
Okay.
And so you know how you check in and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is print your boarding pass.
Yep.
When you get there.
I'm with you so far.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do that, so we showed up to print the boarding pass. It was You know, we were there at 4:45. The
Because
flight's supposed to leave at 5:15.